Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a warm welcome to the USM Open Science online podcast series 5. I'm Ikhwan Ismail, a librarian from Research Data Management Division at USM Library. Okay, this is a serial podcast that we organize from time to time. That as we know that we have the previous series before this, previous episode that you can watch the recordings of the this USM Open Science online podcast on the USM Library TV in YouTube, and also listen on the Spotify. Okay, the main purpose of this podcast, as always that I mentioned during the podcast, that we want to provide the exposure and share knowledge, insights, and best practices related to the open science with researchers and librarians at USM, as well as with colleagues across Malaysia, even internationally. We have the friends and colleagues from the Indonesia, Singapore, and also the Brunei. The setting for this podcast is meant to be casual and easy to follow, using simple and clear language. Okay, so now in this fifth series, okay, we bring you a very interesting and important topic that is highly relevant not only for researchers but also for librarians. So this topic plays a critical role under the umbrella of open science and within the entire research data management life cycle. Okay, but before we dive in, I'd like to invite all our viewers and listeners to share this podcast series with your friends, okay, and networks on Facebook and other social media platform. Today, we are truly honored to welcome two distinguished guests, whom we have specially fly from Singapore to Penang to have a deep and insightful discussion for our topic today. So our focus today is the title of this podcast, NTU, okay, Nanyang Technology University Library's Journey in Open Science and RDM. Let me introduce our guests. Okay, the first one, Ms. Gosuni, Deputy Director and Team Lead of the Open Science and Research Service Team at NTU Library Singapore. Welcome, Gosuni. And the second distinguished guest, we have the Mr. David Tan, our senior librarian with NTU Library's Institutional Repositories team. We are delighted to have both of you here with us, and I'm sure today's discussion will be very insightful for our listeners and also our viewers. Okay, all right. So this is a special day actually. For the first time also this series. For our podcast, we will speak in English. Here today because we have the guests from the Singapore, and then we will discuss about their experiences, their best practices in open science and also RDM. Both of them are the librarians. So I would like to first invite Suni. Okay, can I call you Suni, right?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
okay.
Yeah.
So Suni, can you introduce yourself just a little bit, and also your roles actually at NTU Library?
Thank you very much,
Okay,
Akwan. Yeah. So first of all, thank you very much to University Science Malaysia
okay,
for hosting us.
okay.
It is our honor and privilege to be part of this podcast
Yeah,
series. So
welcome.
thank you very much.
Okay,
I don't do just open science or research data management, but also looking at bibliometrics. Okay, so before research data management, I was involved in cataloging.
mhm,
So I was from this division called the Bibliographic Services Division.
okay,
Um, I also had another portfolio which is related to library facilities
Okay.
planning. So I had dual roles then.
Okay. Okay. Suni, we go to the Mr. David. Can you introduce yourself and your roles at NTU Library?
Hi, my name is David.
Okay.
So I joined NTU Library 2 decades away.
Two decades.
So I started with as a acquisition librarian.
Acquisition.
So my main task that time was doing electronic books,
Mm.
because that was the time where the electronic books are becoming the
Yeah.
popular.
Okay.
So I'm the one who helped to manage the maintenance of the electronic books
Okay.
from those that we subscribe
Mm.
with various vendors. So I still very remember the first e-books that I rented. We handle is Net Library. I'm not sure
Net.
you know about
Yeah,
Net
yeah, yeah.
Library.
Net library, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
our
Yeah. Ebooks.
e-books
Yeah, yeah,
from Net Library. Yeah,
yeah.
and slowly we expand to other various e-book providers.
Yeah.
And after that, I was tasked to do the first version of, I will call it first version of repository.
Yeah.
It's actually a system, internal system where it hosts our own NTU publication.
Mm.
So such as like the final year projects done
Mm.
by the undergrad, the
Mm.
thesis by the postgrad. So
Mm.
that's how I started. Then I also manage a team of student assistants that we employed
Mm.
to help us to digitize. Because last time, final year project is report
Yeah.
is in
Hard
hard
copy.
copy. Yes,
Yes.
we need to digitize into electronic version.
Okay.
It's not like now so
Okay.
easily you can get soft copy
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
deposit into the repository.
Yeah.
So this is the so-called how I started. And after that, I was introduced to another role, like what Suni say.
Mm.
We have a second role, which
Mm.
is a subject librarian.
Okay, so
So my role is subject librarian in engineering. So
okay.
I manage and liaison person for School of Triple E,
Mm.
Electrical and Electronic
Yeah.
Engineering. Yeah,
Yeah.
together with and my another colleague lah. So that role actually expand my horizon,
Mm.
where I actually do many things with the school.
Mm.
So one of it is the instructional class.
Okay.
So this is how I pick up the skill of uh,
Teaching.
delivering the content to
Yeah.
the our electronic resources,
Mm.
our other parts to the school students and staff. This is how
Okay.
I build up my presentation skill also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and from there I learned more about the database that
Okay.
electronic books that we purchase and subscribe,
Mm.
and that's how I started. So down the road, when about 6 7 years ago,
Mm.
we library have a major reorganization.
Mm.
So I think it's a time to move to another area.
Yeah.
So I braced myself to to join the scholarly communication.
Okay.
So I joined a team that handles repository
Okay.
and other things.
Mm.
So I was doing paper deposit for paper
Yeah.
repository.
Mm.
That's how I pick up now current the job,
Mm.
and here I am in
Yeah.
USM.
Yeah, USA.
Yes.
No. So actually, you both of you is once in one section or what you call unit or division
Okay. Currently, we call it teams.
teams?
So
Okay.
David is in the institutional
Okay.
repositories team. I'm in the open science and research services team.
Okay. So actually, your journey, I look that it is quite similar with the USM, but maybe you are begin before us. Okay, but when maybe you can tell me when and how that you involve, or maybe I can say that you started with the open science and RDM. Yeah, at the NTU library.
That took place around 2014 when the library was part of the university level discussions about coming up with a research data policy to then look at what other universities have in this area. Together with the draft of the policy and the draft of the DMP, questionnaire, library was able to contribute in coming up with the drafts and at the same time propose how we can implement it. So we had a very good partnership with the research support office then, who was able to quickly connect the dots and see how we can make it uh, sustainable by embedding it in the grants management system. So we agreed that in order to make it work, it can be implemented as part of a prerequisite for the utilization of grants money. And if you were to look at the 2022 Open Research Conference and awards that we did, the library collaborated with the Research Integrity Office for this. So we were able to put together a very engaging program. If you were to look at the 2024 program that we put together, we were very fortunate to have the chance to partner with other local universities on the Open Research Conference and awards. Yeah, in fact, we are planning for the third run end of next year.
We did and then we try to ask the management to send our librarians to that conference.
That will be wonderful.
Okay, all right.
Thank you for your support.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So, okay, when we heard that your story just now that you mentioned that when you started at 2014, that it from the university. That means that from the top management that encourage or ask you to develop the services about the open science. That means it is from the top. That means from the at the institutional level, UC level, right? Uh, how the university level or university maybe top management of the university ask the maybe the library to start with the open science. What are the drive to the top management of the university to do that? It is from where? From the national or from the maybe at the other countries have started this open science. Do you know that?
Singapore started looking at research integrity around that time, and we had the Singapore statement. And the university is also very keen to look at how we can uphold research integrity. And one of the supporting mechanisms is to look at how we can do research data management effectively. Yeah, so research integrity is indeed one of the driving forces behind it. So at the time, the university had a research integrity committee, and the library had a representation in the committee.
In that committee at the institutional level.
Yes, at the university
University level,
level.
okay.
So when the committee was very interested to look at the best practices out there, that was when the university librarian then, Mr. Choi Fat Chang, put up his hand to say that let us see how we can contribute to this by looking at what other universities are doing, and then we come back to you on this. So that's how we got started with drafting of the policy and the data management plan template.
Okay, all right. Okay, so I understand. From the UC level, then they have the like committee. Then so the library also have the representative in that committee. Yeah, yeah, it's good. How about you, Mr. David? You involved in this open science or and RDM this initiative since 2014?
Actually, I haven't involved.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was still with acquisition.
Okay.
However, we actually have the other policy, open access policy, which is for the paper. So
For
it
the
started
publication.
2011. Yeah. So in 2011, so way few years before the
Okay.
research data policy.
Okay.
So during that time, my previous team doing the repository, because of this open access policy, it become a mandate for the researcher and faculty to submit their journals, conference paper, as well as the higher degree PhD and master by research thesis to some to a storage which is can be a repository. Yeah.
Mm.
So from there, the team started to collate all this NTU publication. Yeah.
Mm.
And slowly the research data come in.
Mm.
Then it's time to build another repository just to store the data.
Mm. So the research data repository, it is NTU develop using the existing the repository, or you develop at another platform for
Good,
the research data
yes,
repository.
good question.
Yeah.
Actually, we didn't build in-house.
Yeah.
We actually use so-called a variable platform that is used worldwide. So the one that for the paper repository is using this space
Yeah, this
technology,
space.
and in the market there's a few big player who are managing all these called this space. So one of them is Foresight, the other is Amaya. So we started with the other vendor, Amaya, and currently we are with the other one, Foresight. Yeah. As for data repository, we are using Harvard University developed Dataverse.
Dataverse, eh?
Yes.
Okay, okay. I
So
know
we
it
don't have
Dataverse.
our in-house.
Yeah, yeah.
We
Okay.
started with the
So that
with
means
others.
different platform lah.
Yes.
This space for the paper,
Yes.
for publications.
Yes.
For research data, dedicated platform is Dataverse,
Yes.
right? Okay, okay. So when we talk about the open science, I believe that open science, they have many elements there, and then I believe also uh, many university that actually know that we already practice, or we are already aware about the some elements in about the open science, because open science is like is a general terms, and that under in the open science they have the open access publication publishing, OER, and now we have open data. Okay, so as you mentioned that before 2014 you have also like open access publication. We have also in the USA, even in Malaysia we know, but they don't know the meaning of the open science. They know they publish in the open access journals, but they don't know that they actually practice the open science actually, because the term is not familiar at that time. So now they know that, or open, they when they publish or they know what is a open access publication is a part of the open science, right? Okay, so your focus actually in the NTU, it is focused more to the open science or research data management, or you uh, involved in the both when you play the roles in the NTU library.
It is certainly an evolution journey.
Okay.
So, like what David said, we started with open access policy for publications,
Okay.
and then later the research data policy
Mhm.
that is also recommending open access for research
Research
data.
data.
Right.
Okay.
So it is a journey starting with the publications and then later on looking at the data as well.
Research data.
Yeah.
Okay, when we talk about the policy, since first question that you also mentioned about the policy, is it easy to develop the policy in the at your university, especially that focus on the research data?
Okay.
Uh,
At that time, we had the senior leaders involved
okay.
in putting the policy together. So that was very helpful. In fact, when the data policy was launched, we had the university leaders to be in the LT, in the lecture theater, and then we had faculty members who were invited to come to um, listen to the policy and the data management plan implementation as well. So when the university library launched the open access research data repository, which is what we call the NTU data, which is the Dataverse installation that we have in NTU. We invited the then university president
Okay.
to launch it. So
Yeah.
it was definitely very impactful when you
Okay.
have the president who launched it to give the opening speech and to encourage researchers to use it. Yeah.
When the policy is developed, so the data repository also has been developed too.
The policy was launched first.
First, okay.
Yes. So the policy mentioned about the need to have an open access data repository.
Okay.
So we came up with the repository about a year later
Okay.
after the launch of the policy.
Okay.
But we did have the data management plan at the same time as the launch of the policy. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, what is your best advice actually, especially to those library or institution in Malaysia or maybe the other countries that watch our podcast? Do we need to develop the policy first, or awareness first, or maybe the platform data like data repository first? Then we can do the practice of the open data, for example.
There is no one size fits all.
Yeah.
So a lot depends on the driving forces for your institution. The driving forces can be internal, can be external. So internal, what are your considerations? Do you have research integrity driving forces? Do you have, for example, data governance related driving forces? As for external, how about your funders? How about the government or in the region? Are there external forces like regulations, funders requirements that could become part of the impetus for you to move this forward? So first identify the priorities based on the driving forces, come up with a roadmap that tells you, gives you an idea of the kind of milestones that you could be looking at in the next few years, and then look at what kind of resources will be needed to make sure that the roadmap is successful.
Okay, okay. So roadmap is very important to develop this open science our at the institutional level, right?
Yeah, indeed. So this is a journey that no one department can work alone.
Alone,
Yes,
solely.
you have to really look at who could be the partners, who could make it work together, find ambassadors, yeah, and then agree on a roadmap, take stock, so do some self-assessment with best practices. There are international checklists out there. Those developed by, for example, Digital Curation Center. They have a RISE framework. Yeah, that is very useful when you want to look at where are your priorities, which areas do you want to work on. There are open air checklists as well, ARDC, Australian Research Data Commons checklist as well, and of course the UNESCO Open Science checklist as well. So it's good to take stock of where things are and then agree on the next stage of priorities.
Okay. Um, when we talk about the committee at the institution level, so which department actually the library, your research support, the department that who involved in that committee to run the open the RDM in your university.
Okay, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
So, quite a few departments are involved
Okay.
in driving RDM strategies, initiatives. Um, and the departments involved currently include the library,
Okay.
the Research Integrity and Ethics Office, the Research Support Office. And more recently, we are also involving the Legal Secretary Office in the
Okay.
discussions. because there are so many areas that we will need their input as well. And of course, we can't forget the very important university IT department.
IT, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So for the data repository, is developed by the library itself or collaborate also? Do you have partnership in the IT department?
You mean the open access?
Data repository, Dataverse.
Yes, yes. It's
Only
actually together.
altogether,
Yeah.
library, the IT department, IT.
Mm.
Is it also involved in the
Yeah, for
developing?
data
Develop-
repository is involved with our IT and the
Okay.
vendors.
Okay, all right.
Because the IT, because for data repository,
Mm.
the technology platform come from Dataverse, which is
Mm.
actually cost zero.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
It's the in-house. We
yeah.
have to host it in the server, and
Okay.
this one will need our IT department help
Yeah.
because that's the purchase of the storage space.
Storage space.
Yep.
May I know how many data set or research data in your data repository now?
Uh, Currently we have 3,000 plus
3,000 plus.
Dataverse. Okay,
Yeah.
Dataverse as
Okay.
the holder, and many data set inside.
Maybe
Yeah,
that.
and we are close to. In fact, today this morning I just checked 936,000 downloads,
Nine. Oh,
which is a very good value vehicle for us now. Yeah,
how
because
many?
with
900.
900,000
900,000 downloads
downloads.
since develop since.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So it is a good news for us that
Ah.
it's become getting more popular, and
Mm, yeah.
our school and researcher are actually using this
Mm,
platform to
mm.
store their data sets. Yep.
What year that this Dataverse is ready for the researchers? 2014 also?
2017 is it?
Yeah,
2017.
17.
2017, because
Okay.
2016 was the year when the policy was
Okay,
launched,
16
and
launched.
then a year later we launched the data repository.
Okay, so 16, 17. So after 1 year, the policy launched.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Oh, so now is a 900,000 download.
Yeah, close to
Okay.
1 million download.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
It's
we can
good.
celebrate.
Yeah. When once reach 1 million, so
There's
must
a
have the
milestone hit. The first milestone.
you must have the celebration. Okay. When we talk about the like the funders, because sometimes what are the drivers to the researchers to deposit their research data? So that we know that maybe they have the funders requirement and also the publication or publishing's requirement that they need to deposit their research data, and then they open the data and then they give the link, for example, to the publisher, to the funders. They know that this data is available at your repository. So in the Singapore, the first question is like it is at the any funding from the government, they have a data management plan now in the Singapore, and then they ask you, maybe they have the mandate, must store and open your data in your repository, institution repository.
Okay. For Singapore funders, it started with the National Medical Research Council.
Okay.
When they first shared their research data sharing framework.
Okay.
I believe that was slightly before we launched the university data policy.
Okay.
So it was very timely that we launched our policy soon after we hear from the Medical Research Council on the data sharing requirement. So yeah, we thought that that was a good time to get our people to be aware of data sharing best practices. Yeah.
So this medical
National Medical
National
Research
Medical
Council.
Research
Yeah.
Council. So when we want to apply the grant from that center, so they have also the DMP to fill in for the applicant.
They don't have a DMP
Mm.
template per se.
Okay.
So we were able to use the university template
Okay.
to help support our researchers to prepare for the data sharing. Yeah, so we were using the university template since then. Yeah.
So DMP, that is a requirement before you want to apply the grant from the funders outside of the university.
It was not the case then.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is more of the university's requirement that we would need the principal investigator to submit a DMP
Okay.
within the university grants management system first.
Okay.
Yeah, before they can start utilizing the grant. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not at the point of grant application then.
So, do you know that is it all the 3,000 data set here? It is because of the funders requirement or publication requirement.
Yes, most are driven by funder requirement,
Funder requirement.
and also because in the I think in the DMP they need to there's a question asked then where you store your
Open
data.
store the
They need to
data.
tell.
When you make it open,
Okay.
and then to even provide the link in the
Yeah.
DMP, yeah, especially at the last stage of your research project,
Yeah.
you will need to wrap things up, and that includes updating the DMP
Mm.
with a link
Mm.
to the open access data set.
Yeah.
And if you have any non-open access data,
Mm.
then where they are kept. So there's a question that asks for all these details.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the DMP.
Yeah.
All right. So means that the data set that deposited in your data repository means that because of the funders requirement. Is it also have the any data set that because of the publisher requirement only? Right, because nowadays that we know that the publishers require the author to
Evidence.
evidence and link the research data as the supplementary for that publication, right?
Because once they publish in Dataverse, there will be a DOI
Yeah,
that they can actually put into the paper
yeah.
as a data availability of proof to the publisher.
Mm.
There's a link to this data set.
Yeah, data set, right? So it is happening also in Malaysia, but in Malaysia is a funder requirement for in the, at the national level is still not yet they have mandate that requirement to the open data, but we give the awareness, but for the giving the funding they have no like compulsory to open the data yet okay through our repository and so on. But now for your information, in Malaysia, especially for research university, in Malaysia we have the 5 research universities. So each of the research university now we have the data repository. So what we look now, we receive the this data for our database because of the publishing requirement, mostly about the publishing requirement, because the international, or I can say the many publishers out there, they have the default data to be open, right? So so now we want to look also the our neighbors country that how they manage to give the awareness, provide the platforms, how they maybe especially the policy, because the policy it is not easy to develop. I'm not sure uh, about your experience. How long that you develop the policy, especially data policy, because we have the maybe the publication policy before this and so on, but data policy, is this take time? Is it how do you involve to directly to develop the policy, Suni?
Yes, yeah. So the library helped to do some research on this.
Okay.
So we looked at uh, universities in UK, in US, in Australia, in other parts of Europe to look at what kind of information they provide through their policy.
Okay.
So that's where we gathered useful tips on what to include in the policy. So yeah, it does take time to analyze what we've gathered together. And of course, the draft that was put together went through several leaders to improve it, to uh, uh, look at how we can arrive at a consensus on, especially the reasons, the rationale for the policy, the roles and responsibilities, etc. So we do need to engage different stakeholders on that. So that took several months, definitely.
Several months, eh?
Yes. So back to the publishers' requirements, I think that's a very important trend that the library has to monitor.
Yeah.
So if you were to look at the transparency and openness promotion that the Center of Open Science has made available on the website, you can see that in the latest iteration, which is made available in 2025, it recommends journal publishers to look at how they can adopt and support open science practices through their journals. So, for example, in this 2025 edition, there are three levels in which journal publishers can look at incorporating these various aspects of open science, which could include like open data, pre-registration, etc. So the three levels work like this. The most basic level is when the authors of the paper are say whether they have underlying data somewhere, it, then the level two is when the data availability statement includes a link to a trusted repository.
Okay.
Yeah. So that definitely helps with making the data set citable. uh, yeah, so that is the level two. And level three requires the data set to be verified by an independent party. So that is the highest level. So if you were to look at the journals, especially those journals which the university is encouraging their researchers to publish in, look at what kind of recommendations or requirements they have regarding all these various aspects of open science. Yeah, look at what they say, whether they need you to perhaps do pre-registration, to make available, publish your protocol somewhere first, for example. So look at what they're asking for, especially the most basic one is the data availability statement, to look at that. So in the NTU policy, we recognize that open data can be made available not just through the university open data platform, but also through the subject recommended open data platforms. Because depending on the nature of the research data, it can be made available in other platforms as well.
Another
Yeah.
platform, do you mean that another repository?
Yeah, for example, the gene bank. So
Okay.
you might have some data that is,
Yeah.
more useful to be shared in those kind of platforms. So coming back to the term on the trusted repository.
Yeah.
So yeah, David, would you like to share on
Uh,
the good news that we have on the certification of our data repository?
okay.
So I think couple of years back we have this code trust skill batch. Now it's already embedded in our website. So it's actually provide some certification that our repository are trusted repository. So actually, I think it's not done by by the other colleague Yun. Actually, it's quite a painful. According to her, it's quite a painful journey because it took I think close to a year or two. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they ask many questions. I think about 18 questions on the platform, on the technology, on all those to make this platform is trusted. So she has to go a few rounds and even have to arrange a time online with the provider to clarify some of the question, so that and you award this So we are actually now doing because this co-trust sale lasts for 3 years. It's like driving license.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You need to go
Okay.
and renew. So
Okay.
we are now embarking on the renewal of this co-trust next
Okay.
year.
Okay.
So now
Ah.
I and our colleague Su Xian is studying and see how we can continue renewing this
Ah.
so that our this platform is continue to be a trusted platform
Who,
recognized by the
who actually verified by whom actually? Well, as the trusted platform there. Is it anybody body that like to verify this platform?
Verification or maybe the review is done by an assembly of reviewers. So,
Okay.
especially those who were involved in the earlier assessment for or who have gone through the certification for their own university repositories, they
Okay.
will have gained some experience. So they could
Mm.
be invited by
Mm.
Core Trust Seal to be
Mm.
part of the assembly of the reviewers
Mm.
to review applications. Yeah, so it's very much international body that is quite diverse.
Mm.
I would strongly encourage university libraries who have data repositories
Mm.
to also look at certifications for your repository, and the Core Trust Seal could be one of them. Yeah,
Okay, all
yeah.
right. So nice. So now we can say that your database is trusted platform, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask a question. Is it that your database can be deposited by outside of the NTU community, or only the NTU
it
researchers?
depends the project
A
that we
different
do.
project.
So usually nowadays the project are international collaboration.
Yeah, yeah.
So definitely one of them, the author of the project or the PI must come from NTU per
NTU.
se. So they can deposit all this data setting.
Anybody can deposit into
Mainly a
your
PI,
database,
yeah.
or only PI.
Mainly a PI or the
Any of
team
PI.
members.
Team member also can lah,
Yes.
but as long as the NTU
Yeah. But the
from
owner actually is the PI as the project.
PI as
Yeah.
the owner, as
Yeah.
the owner that data
Yeah.
set.
But he can assign
Oh,
anyone to deposit.
okay. The team member also
Yes.
can deposit.
Yes.
Okay, alright.
So even if they leave, one of the team member leave NTU, they will have to uh, 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 give the rights to the other team member. Yeah.
How about the acceptance of the researchers when we talk about the open data at the first place, at the first when you want to give the awareness to our researchers about the data should be open, must be open because of the transparency, the openness, and so on.
Yeah.
Can you share your experience?
Yeah, that is like a flashback to
Yeah.
the 2017 year when we were preparing for the launch of the data repository.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to start looking for pioneer
Ah.
depositors, right? The early adopters, and we had to look for ambassadors.
Yes.
So we were in a very good situation where we had friends with faculty members
Yeah.
who are very supportive. So yeah, they put in their first deposits, and it was good that we had representation from across the various subject disciplines. Then we would then share those deposits, the metadata, what kind of files they have deposited, and how it linked with the papers, for example, to inspire many others
Other
in the
researchers
same
to
subject. Yeah, so there was a need to do road shows, joining in faculty. They might have semestral meetings or town halls, and that was when we asked for some airtime to share a little bit about these. So yeah, just make use of your network. I'm sure librarians have no lack of good friends in the faculty. Just tap on them.
start
Yeah.
with your current network, your existing
Yes.
network first. Then
Yes.
you go
Yes.
to the
Yes.
to inspire others to
Yes.
to join to involve in this
Right, right.
open data. Okay.
And it was a very fruitful learning experience for the library as well because we had never done anything like this before. So we had to look at other universities' data repositories to look at what how they do the metadata. So we were looking at Harvard Dataverse as well. So we were looking at files that that could be organized in certain manner and could be tagged keyword tagged in certain manner, how it could be organized, etc. So we it was a very fruitful learning experience.
All right, nice. So we also like to do like that because we have also the network with the researchers. Then we will try to have the also the ambassadors and so on because this when our among researchers when they look that some researchers are doing like open the data, maybe they will follow because they have many impacts, many benefits from there, right? So it is good to do that. Okay. Uh, in terms of the librarians for the capacity building, so how they develop their capacity actually, especially in terms of the RDM.
By attending webinars, conferences, or workshops, as well as on the job training.
On job
On the
training.
job training. So there are plenty of opportunities for both. Example, the Singapore Open Research Conference and Award, when we call for nominations, we have to design the nomination form. There was so much content to look at. So it helps build the expertise
Okay.
that is so important, especially when we need to tap on that expertise for our data management planning trainings that we are doing. Yeah.
The librarians have the like professional certificates on RDM.
So whenever there are opportunities to build up expertise, whether it's say IP and open science, or copyright open science, or data privacy and open science, or um, sharing fair data. So as and when there are opportunities to cover these various competencies, we share it amongst the team with other librarians, including David's team, and then we try to learn together.
So you have the self-driven to develop the capacity. It is not depend on the training outside. Have you sent your librarian to the outside of the country to learn about the area?
As much as possible. There is Research Data Alliance that is that provides the platform for networking, whether through webinars or through hybrid events.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are all these opportunities that we try to encourage or create awareness amongst our librarians to try to make time to attend.
Uh, just a little bit. I also joined the RDA, Research Data Alliance. Then I know you also in the RDA actually. Can you explain to us? Actually, RDA is under whom actually? It is who lead this RDA? It is like a special interest group, right? RDA.
Oh, yeah. So RDA is made of working groups, interest groups. There's, I think, birds of feather, etc. So there are various levels of groups that anyone is most welcome to join.
Okay, it's good. I think every librarians who have the roles in the research data management can join this RDA, Research Data Alliance, and can actually some of the programs events are free. Then some they have like in person program also, right? It is like conference something like that. Event also. Okay, right. So we don't have time to talk about this RDA, but I think you just go to Research Data Alliance, go in the Google, then you can meet that website. Then you can join free as a member as a free, right? I think they have no fee, right?
No fee.
No fee. It is
And you can join as many groups as you
yeah,
like.
as many group. They have also data management plan group. I think something like that. They have many groups. So please join any that you think that you need want to join, because they have many discussion, many notes that we can learn from there, right? Okay, so we are running out of time now. So do you have last word, Mr. David Tan, to this podcast, especially to the librarians in Malaysia?
Um, I would think that there's always opportunity to learn more new things. Don't just keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Try to like what Suni said, don't work alone.
Mm.
And yeah, join RDA, this type of research group,
Mm.
to open up your knowledge, and if you can share the knowledge also.
Mm.
I think that's how we learn. Yeah.
For myself, I find that what I learned yesterday is outdated today.
Okay.
So I just have to keep telling myself that I don't know enough. Yeah. And also believe in contributing. So whenever you are given a chance by your university or by other institutions or internationally or regionally, try your best to contribute. You may not have the prior experience. Don't be afraid to say, let me try. Okay, I will give my very best. And that's how you become a better self. Right?
Mm.
So believe in yourself. Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you. Right, that inspired words, also reminded to me also. So I hope that I can also get this expression for both of you. So thank you very much for joining us today. So I hope that this is not last. Maybe we will have the chance to invite you again. And also, I also like to go to your university. Okay, before this, I also have the experience go to the NTU library, but by that time they have no RDM, is a open science. I think I went to the NTU 2015 or 14, something like that. Okay, so but now maybe we have the objective now. We want to maybe learn, and maybe we can share the ideas, exchange the idea with the NTU librarians. Maybe we can go to the Singapore. So thank you very much for joining us in the podcast, and also the iCall 2025. So for those who have missed this session, actually this recording session, so this recording will keep in the our USM Libraries Facebook page, and also our YouTube channel that we call as the USM Library TV. Okay, you can also listen to this podcast series on Spotify. So I'm Ikhwan Ismail, your host for today's session. So thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you again in the next series, inshallah, series 6 of the USM Open Science online podcast. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.